what we're all here to celebrate. Thank you so much for coming to the party. Now, I don't know if everyone knows, but Comedy Zone is an amazing little thing. Melbourne Comedy Festival every year selects 4 to 5 up-and-coming comics to showcase in their new talent night. And that is what the Comedy Zone is. So tonight I'm going to display for you 8 of their finest. But really, there have been so many fine alumni from the Comedy Zone University. I did 2005. I know. It's so long ago. 44. Can you believe somebody's that old? Touch it. Look at that. I mean, it feels like a real human. So good to be here. Obviously, we'll keep this quick because we're Victorians and we are not used to being out of the house. Isn't it exciting to be out? Can you imagine how disappointed your 2019 selves would have been to find out that in just 1 year you would have been making a New Year's resolution to attain your 2019 body? Can you imagine how disappointing you would have felt? So, I guess that's because we all exercised with a coffee cup full of wine, isn't it? That's why that happened. So it is so good to be out. It's going to be a really wonderful night. As I said, 8 comics, just ranging from sort of some of the recent years to all the way back to 2001. 8 of them. There will be a lot of laughs. There will be some fruity language, not too much, just a little. Not from me, obviously. I'm a nice lady. I have children at home. How dare you? I don't use the C word anymore. Not now. I have 2 little C words of my own at home. Very nice. Speaking of which, obviously Comedy Zone has given me a lovely career in comedy, but I did spend a year with a different job. Very recently I spent a year as a primary school teacher from my house. 1 student, and here's the best bit, absolutely no money at all. No, it was not a good paycheck, and I thought I'd be really good at it. I'm like, I'm great with kids, and I'm really smart. She's going to have the best teacher ever. Turns out I am impatient, scornful of people that learn differently to me, and quick to rage. But here's the best bit. When you only have 1 student, you never have to raise your voice. You just lean in really closely and you just whisper in their ear things like, don't worry, the world has enough doctors. You know, luckily we had another child. Or just, I'm going to leave this family one day. And then you walk out the front door and into traffic. It was an amazing time. And also, the lessons, my kids' year 1 last year, so we were learning, we spent 3 weeks of maths learning to tell the time. I'm like, it's 2020, babe, why bother? How long is a day? A year. How many days in a week? None. It's just 1 long eternal night. How long is a year? A day, but also forever. No point. We also did grammar. I used to love English. We did tenses. We changed from past to present tense. You remember that? So, like Jane laughed becomes Jane is living alone. Paul coughed becomes Paul is no longer welcome at the IGA. Annie smiled becomes Annie is wearing a mask, so I can't tell, but the tears do tell a story. Not fun. Mate, my daughter's, she's struggling a bit. She's just not academic. I was and she's not, and I love her. But mate, she bought me a Mother's Day present last year. It was a mug that said, "Best grandma in the world." So either we need to front up some money for private school education, or she's got some really big plans. No, I love it. So I've got 2 little kids. One's 4, one's 7. Mate, my favourite bit about them is that bit at night when they leave the bath and they run down the hall nude into their bedrooms. And I just, I just can't get enough of their nude little bottoms, especially running away from me. Like, I chase them down the hall and if I can grab them, I do. I give them a nuzzle. I'm like, no. Like, they are so, look, honestly, they are such good bottoms. Both of them are different, but they're beautiful in their own ways. Okay, yes, I know what you're thinking. Your daughters have started primary school. Shouldn't this have wrapped up by now? And the answer is yes. Like, it's cute when they're babies, and now I've got primary school-aged children, and I still run down the hall and I give them a ding. Like, what am I going to be doing at their uni graduation? Well done, I'm proud of you now. Turn around! You know, the moment that you realise you will always want to nuzzle your children's nude bottom is about the same moment you realise your mum still wants to nuzzle your nude bottom. Get out of it, Jackie. It doesn't belong to you anymore. I'm a bit rude to my kids. I won't talk about my kids anymore tonight, I promise. But I do want to say, I know there's people in the audience that don't have kids, and I apologise to you, because here's the thing, you don't know what it feels like. People without kids think it's weird to be mean about your kids. But all you've done is see other people have kids, so you're familiar with the damage it does, but you don't know what it feels like. And so this is what it feels like. You know, when you go to the supermarket and you buy more than you went there intending to buy, and then you walk out and remember you didn't drive, you walked? It's that feeling forever. Like, you're not going to leave them in the bushes. But you do find yourself looking at the bushes.